Okay, got another road trip to go today. Oops, tighten up on here. Alright, let's get this. That should do the trick. It's not a nice day. It's cold. And we're dug out once more. So, first off, alright, we go to there we go. What a miserable frickin' day yesterday and today. Nice and cold. Alright. Here we go. You can see the amount of snow. It's been brushed back once. They do that to make sure that they got a place to stick it in case we get a lot more. The ditch on the right hand side is full to the right to the top, as well as the ditch on the right. Those ditches are deep. Oh. Huh. She's -6 out right now. That's pretty cool. I can't tell from here, but there's a wind as well. So first we're gotta go to Grandma's house. She hasn't been answering her phone. Hopefully everything's okay. We'll get there. Oh, first is we got lots of things to do today. Somebody out snowmobiling. It's being March, so they don't have long to go. Oh yeah, garbage day today. Gotta get it out to the road. Hopefully that'll be done by the time I get home. Okay, first job done. There. Now, we gotta go to the post office. Oh, come on, you damn door. Oh. Their driveway is just like a sheet of ice. Oh, there's a broken tree. Didn't notice that before. Let's get some heat going. Whoops. There we go. Okay, we're off and running again here. That's easy done. We don't know the condition of the road here. Here's the whoop-de-doo. Got to really pay attention to the shadows on the road so we don't end up getting take out the front end. Over the years you get to figure out where most of the whoop-de-doos are. It's going to be a while before mud season hits. There's quite a bit of snow. A lot of these folks got tractors, which really helps. But what my neighbor has is it's perfect. It's not big, but it's more than powerful enough to, with a snowblower on it. The only problem with his snowblower, it's on the back, and you have to turn around and go backwards with it all the time. If I was to get a tractor, I'd sure want to have the snowplow on the front, even though it would be probably a hell of a lot more expensive to have it that way, but at least you can see where you're going. And the only other problem my neighbor has is that he's got no back window on his cab. So that means all the snow blows in it. Okay, we gotta watch out for this big whoop-de-doo here. I don't know if you can see it on camera or not, but it's right here. There we go. And here it was so drifted over that nobody could drive through. We have a term that we use because if you punched your way through, you take a car and you just keep ramming it in there. Not a car, you need a four-wheel drive, and eventually you'll get through. One of the problems that we have here is the plow stops at the chip seal, turns around and goes back. And then later the truck will come up here, or something will come up here, and finish plowing the road. You can see that it's quite wide here compared to what it is like up at our end. Oh, there's Ted. And Mrs. Ted. And we got no freaking internet this morning. No phone, sporadic internet. If that Starlink internet was a little bit more reasonable, we would drop this ExploreNet like a hot penny. There we go. Post office, alright. Then the income tax. And grannies. Then Costco. Then the Superstore. And see if I can... Whoa! Squeeze in lunch somewhere. There. He's got a sawmill into there somewhere. Oh, the first time I've seen a person outside that house in all the years I've been here. Yes, indeed. That shoveling out yesterday, that was brutal. I don't understand how his little tractor works, but he still left quite a sizable amount of snow in front of the garage doors. I used those big scoops to get out. Oh well. It's a pretty good pile of snow there. That's a good 3 feet, 4 feet deep. And all that warm weather they promised us, it looks like it's not going to get up. You know, like, I think I got a 10-day forecast or something like that on my computer. And day 9 and 10 shows 8 degrees. As it gets closer to the actual day, it just keeps getting colder. Like today's -7. And it's supposed to be, wow, big frog in my throat. Oh, watch out here. It's supposed to be, I think it was like 2 degrees today, but it's not going to be no 2 degrees today. Also, I was supposed to go out and dig my way to the generator, and one of the bird feeders fell over and the seeds are empty, and I'll do that maybe when I get home. Oh, there you go, Canadian flag. A true patriot, they say. Looks like maybe somebody moved in there too. That house on the right back there, somebody broke into there, I think it was last fall, and the buggers stole all the wiring in the house. To sell for copper. Alright, here we go. Now we got a couple of letters to drop off. Yeah. A lot of work picking these up. Huh. Lots of deer tracks there. Whoa, watch out for the car here. a good place to stop. On a blind hill. Okay, to the post office. There we go. If it was overcast, I would think it would be a lot warmer than this. You would think with the sun it would be a lot warmer, but in the house and stuff like that it would be. But outside, the cloud cover has a tendency to keep the temperatures warmer. Whoa, just about missed. And hopefully I don't get stuck here. Okay. The letters. There. Where's the post office lady? My mistress. Okay. There we go. And off we go to the next stop. There we go. Whew. Oh, it's 30 degrees in here. No wonder it's getting toasty. Yeah, $1.21. Then I'm gonna have to get some gas, maybe. Burtts Corner. It's an interesting piece of history on the Burtts. The guy was quite the entrepreneur here. Started out, I think, as a postmaster and bought little businesses and stuff like that and built it up. And he seemed to be the most influential guy in the neighborhood here, and managed to get the town named after himself. It was called something else before that, I think, Smith's Corner. But I can't remember what my wife told me, so that's just the way it is. We'll have a coffee probably at my mother-in-law's there. It's enough to, strong enough to stand a spoon in it. I hope when I get old I'm not going to be a pile of problems for somebody. The last place I want to go to is a friggin' home, especially in light of how this COVID virus played out, especially in Canada here. I don't know what the rest of the world was like, but it was shameful what happened to a lot of these seniors, especially in Quebec. Staff walked out, left the freaking people there. Nobody knew. And finally somebody worried about their family. And that's another thing too. They shouldn't privatize these hospitals for the old people, because they're all about making money. And by cutting the cost so much, they're not even looking after their their seniors that you spend, I don't know, quite a bit of money to go into these homes. I'll make sure I keep myself poor enough that I can't afford to go there. And our hospitals is loaded with seniors as well, waiting for places to get into these seniors complexes. I figured just take me ice fishing. And just leave me out there. Oh well. Keep positive, you guys. Okay, next we got to do the income tax. Yeah. Oh, boy. Chicken barns. This place here on the left finally sold. They wanted an awful pile of money for it. Can't remember exactly. I'm looking forward to the snow going so I can get back into the woods. Got lots of chainsawing to do this year. And I'm thinking about doing it over the hill now. See if I can get myself a pile of firewood out from where the beavers are. That's all dead. Might as well get some use out of it. This building on the right, there used to be a garage here. He's got a pile of tires there. You get to a point where you just got to retire. And we're still humming and hawing over to get that puppy. Six days to go. Oh yes, I gotta pick up Granny's mail too. Her, what you call it, newspapers. Sandy Brewers where we're going right now. Income tax. Mask. Alright. Okay, be right back. There we go. Now, the elastics aren't the best on that. So, my wife hinted about getting a vehicle that I can go over the hill with. That would be nice. Okay, so we're off to Granny's place here. Nice little rivers, frozen solid. And we have property on that little river there, way up to the right. There's another 15 acres. That I would certainly probably sell if the price was right. Yeah, that wind still hasn't died down. We had it a couple of days now. It was really bad the day before yesterday. And the day before that was a blizzard. You wouldn't know it with how clear these roads are here. There we go. 10 to 11. And we are heading southwest. That building on the right, there was another building in there that burnt to the ground. Nice to see that they got a new one up. This place here is where we get some of the lumber for if we have projects up at the house. We're looking at building something over top of the back deck there. It's so friggin' hot back there in the summertime. You can't even barbecue out there. Must be about 120 on that deck. I would like to have a full roof over it and screen it in somewhat. Not keep the bulk of the snow off of it. Wife says no. But that's the way it is. And we're up at the Keswick Ridge. And there's an interesting article I read yesterday. Somebody up on the Keswick Ridge has got themselves in some pretty hot water because he works for the government in the archaeological department or something like that. And the people that, some retirees, want to build a home on that piece of property next to his. And it appears that this fellow's been caught using his position to make it hard for these people to get a build their home on the property. So now they're getting sued. And I feel bad for the people that were going to build their retirement home, and some guy like whatever's going on there causing problems because he doesn't want anybody to move in there, offered to buy the property off him. I hope he gets his due. And he might have been a nice guy all along until this happened. Okay, so now what we're looking at out front here, it's called the Head Pond. And Granny lives way up there, close to where that peak is, way off in the distance there. So we'll be driving up the river, up the Head Pond. Now this is the Mactaquac power generating station for NB Power. There is a few hydro places in New Brunswick. So that looks like the sheriff. My son worked here as a tour guide a couple of summers, I believe. And what's going on here? They should be ripping this road up and fixing it right. Look at it all. And this dam here is just about at the end of its life. And they're thinking about building a new one. What they should do is just let the water out of this one, fix what you gotta fix. I think it's all the cement works is what the problem is the dam's cracking because the concrete they use is expanding. Alright. Hang a right. Let's go, folks. Vesey Road. I wonder if that's the seed company. Those trees look dead. Where are they? Oh, those are those trees that we've got. Carigana. Or no. Lombardy. Another Canadian flag. I'd put one up. Yeah, sorry. Gotta watch out here in the evening here because all the deer crossing the road. Oh, just checking. Not as much snow down here. We're almost to Granny's place. There's a hard luck story on this guy that's got this big apparatus here, this big, huge building on the left. Apparently he's got cancer now. He broke his neck when he was a kid, and that didn't stop him. Made a good living out of making prosthesis for people, arms and legs and whatever. Okay, we got to turn up here somewhere quick. Both for sale, eh? Oh, which one's ants? Oh, still this one. Oh. Alright. A week's worth of mail. Ugh. Okay, now, drop this in Granny's bag. Okay, let's go down the hill. I got a piece down there too. Ring-a-ding-ding, eh? Okay, we're in. Okay, thanks for coming along with this part of the journey, and then I'll turn the camera on when I come back. Okay, we're ready to go. What's that beeping? Alright. We'll put the seatbelt in. I got some garbage. Windshield washer fluid is low. Why didn't you tell me that earlier? Okay, let's see if we can get out of here now. She says it's pretty friggin' windy down here. There. Now, there's supposed to be a garbage box or something up here. Okay, open sesame. Let's get the hell out of here. Holy frick. It's cold and windy. Alright. Alright. That cup of coffee's gone. That's tough. Okay, what do we got here now? Alright, income tax. PetSmart. Let's go to PetSmart. More newspapers out in the road. Don't know if that's Granny's or not. Yeah, too bad. They could have owned this whole piece of property right down to where that sign is on the left. But no, they didn't buy it. Now, whoever bought it, there was some kind of a screw up thing there for that, but too bad they didn't buy it. We could have been living here instead. And those houses up on the top of that knoll on the right, I tried to buy that property, and it was owned by a judge, and he didn't want to sell it, but finally he did, but not to us. And over here on the left, that big white-ish looking, or that cream-colored building in there, we were going to buy property on the river there too, but it never happened. And I think this is the road down here to get down into there. One of them anyway. Oh well, we're off to the city now. can see the white on the road, that's all salt. Oh well. She wanted me to wash the Jeep today, but trying to keep the salt off of it as best as we can. -5 out right now. That's the warmest it's supposed to get today, I think. I should start taking screenshots of this weather and compare what it says. Oh, I could do that. I could make a spreadsheet on all their predictions do it for a couple of weeks and see what each day actually gets. Like, I think I got a 14-day forecast or something like that, and keep track of it all on a spreadsheet to see how accurate they are. And it feels like my neck needs cracking. So we're at the Kingsclear Reserve now. For First Nations. I think I'll fill up here, that way it'll save me a trip. Doesn't look like I can get in there. No mask, no service. There it is. Regular, yeah. Do I have to pay for a credit card inside?
Yeah.
Okay.
Anything inside except the cash today, the machines are down. So.
The machines are down?
Yeah, but not in the store. Portable.
Okay. Thanks, bud. There we go. That's fine. Okay, we can get out of here now. Okay.
Call this part of the country home, at least at this time of the year. Our guest today has a lot of experience with animals and their movements in the changing seasons. Wildlife biologist Bob Bancroft is here to take your questions and hear your stories about what you're seeing out there. And so if you'd like to speak with Bob, give us a call now at 1-800-565.
Okay.
Or you can also email us.
We're on the road again. PetSmart. Puppy food. We're still arguing over the name of the dog. Myself, I like Beast. She likes Jack, but Jack is my dad's nickname. So, an Archie, I had an Archie before, I wouldn't mind another Archie. Archie Bunker. Oh, look, if you look out to the left, you might be able to see the river. It's wide open down there. So now, PetSmart, yes. I'm hungry. And it won't be long and this camera shut down. Boy, that coffee, boy, I'm telling you, it'll wake you up. I can see where my wife gets the habit of walking away with the burner on after going to Granny's house and seeing it myself. It's easy to distract somebody. I don't know, it's pretty sad. Granny's husband died last fall, and she's been alone in there all winter. And, her daughters come and visit her pretty well every week, but just the same, those other 6 days, sometimes it might be 2 weeks before they get there. That's an awful long time to sit at home alone and just watch CNN. That'd drive anybody freaking crazy. You'll notice that this channel, or our channel, because you're a part of the channel itself, we're not too political here. We could be, but we're not. I don't want to get into talking and discussing about a lot of different kinds of politics. school days. I suppose today's a school day. So we'll just go slow. There's a school on the right here somewhere. Right there, yep. There we go. Beautiful out. It's just cold in the wind. If it was 10 degrees warmer and no wind, that would be nice. There we are. This place here on the left is where people in the city drive out their RVs, recreational vehicles, and camp. I could never do that. When I lived in Fox Creek, we would go about 15 miles out of town up to the lake and camp on a weekend or days off or something like that, but it's a little different than when you live in the city. Some folks, what they do is they buy a piece of property outside the city and that's where they camp for the summer. But I've got the ultimate campground. It's not somewhere that I'd rather just go home and have a nice hot shower than camp over the hill. Yep. I see some Japanese guy, I think it is, some billionaire wants to get a bunch of folks to come with him in 2023 on a trip around the moon. That'd be kind of neat. But you know, I kind of like it right where I am. All the stress of going up some mountain or up some rocket ship, not happening. Neither is parachuting anymore. Here, look at that. We'll let this fella go racing by with his broken wiper. Yeah, we'll go to PetSmart first. This is all seniors complex on the right here. Some pretty big buildings in there. Gotta be good to seniors. Now that guy that raced up here, he's right here with the broken wiper on the back. Come on, let's go. His hood's not latched either. Yes, sirree. Somebody broke that on the back there. In a big hurry. I'm speeding and he's really whipping it along. There he goes. This is only 50 clicks along here, and I'm going 65. He's got to be going close to 80. Watch out. I wonder how much money the guys make when they do it the plows. It's got to be awful hard on a vehicle. I don't think I'd want to do that. Out all hours of the night. Okay. That's nice. Come on, kids, let's go. Come on, let's just get out of the way. Alright, we're now at PetSmart. A mask. The instructions. Okay, let's go. If the camera shuts off, thanks for coming along. It won't be long now. Oh, get my big feet out the door. Okay, we're gonna leave Costco and head to the superstore. Whoa, come on there. Turn up. Wow, that was brutal. That Costco lineup. I was going to do some personal shopping for myself here. The hell with it. I got one more store to go to, and that's it. I'm out. I don't have to be around here anymore. Okay, watch out for all these people here. Can't see. Oh, number 29. I'll get it over here. Watch out for these fellas. Alright. There's hardly any lineup at all. When I got here, I had to go all the way to the freaking end. Okay. Watch out for that guy. Yeah, I was going to go into Princess Auto and get some stuff, but I'm not now. Oh. And then we'll go get my donut. Come on, let's go. There we are. So I stopped at Dairy Queen. Yeah, I better shift it out of first gear here. And I had the loaded steak or some darn thing, and it was gross. As a matter of fact, I don't recommend that one at all. I couldn't even eat the whole burger, actually. I think it had a piece of bacon on it and an onion ring or some darn thing on top. It's supposed to be steak sauce. Well, I know what's good, and that wasn't very good. So, we get over to the other side of the river, Knowledge Park Drive and Regent Street. I used to work over there. I used to work for a company called Smart Force. We had to do online computer mentoring, and let's just say I might have been first in school for getting my certificates for computers. But that place, they expected you to go every month and get something. So all your free time, you had to figure out the certifications on your own. And one a month, that's pretty demanding. But I did get a Microsoft Certified System Engineer, which is short for MCSE, and I got my CompTIA A+, and I used to write exams on Brain Bench. I had about 30 of those. And now we struggle. Not really, but my favorite thing on computers, besides the usual stuff like just surfing the web, and that is, I love spreadsheets. And their three-dimensional characteristics or capabilities means that you don't have to have all your information on one spreadsheet. You can have it across multiple pages as well as multiple spreadsheets, and that links up. Love it. So I've got spreadsheets for how much the dogs eat, how much the power bills are costing, how much firewood I have on hand, a whole bunch of things that I continually update. Ooh, I bet you this hill could be a little nasty in the middle of, when it cools off in the middle of the night with all this water running down. And they never seem to take away the snow that's on the side of the road here. The city, or all cities, if they truck this stuff out, they should have a site where they could aerate the, like put this in a big field that could be lined, and allow the water to evaporate out as much as possible, and then filter the water and pump it down to some kind of underground cavern to get rid of it, because it's full of oil, salt, transmission fluids, you name it. Whatever leaks out of the cars, brake fluid, all that stuff. They could easily truck it out there in the wintertime and then pump it in the ground afterwards. So we're getting lower and lower on my gift cards because we're driving by Harvey's there. No more Dairy Queen till Christmas, but I got a pile of Tim Hortons cards, so that'd be pretty good for a while. Especially when you only go to the city once a week. There's the hospice house. Take you there before you get buried. Supposed to be a pretty good place to go. It's sad getting old at times. When your physical abilities just slowly waste away. Now, most of the folks on this channel are young. We're retired, or in our 50s and up anyway. We're close to retirement or retired. except for a few young ladies, and my son, who watches the videos that I make of up around the house, and his channel is the Acadian Forester, but he doesn't put up very much. I think if he did put a channel up, or started putting videos up, it would be quite popular. But you can lead the horse to water, but you can't make him drink. I need some help to get my membership going up. Because right now, we're down to about 13 people a month that's joining. And it's going to take forever to get to that magic 1,000, which would be nice. Anyway, Brunswick Street. My grandfather used to live on here, way down at the left. Beautiful old house. 2 or 3 stories high, and he lived up in the top. And I'm telling you, when they put stairs in, they didn't put no landings. It was just straight to the top. So if you fell, every single stair you get to remember. When I lived in Abu Dhabi, we lived on the 4th floor, and there was landings, but there was no elevator. And after, I don't know, more than 13 years of climbing freaking stairs, I never wanted to climb a set of stairs again. Oh, what do we got here? The barber shop. Oh, something there fell. So here we go, across the famous St. John River. It's the longest river in New Brunswick by far, and it's how there used to be steamships going up and down here. It's how you used to get travel back in the day. There used to be a railway bridge off to the right there. Actually there was 2 bridges there. One of them they converted into a walking bridge, that's downstream to the right. And this bridge here off to the right is an old car bridge that went over there. It was 2 lanes, and it wasn't made for cars like these big cars. It'd be good for the little ones, but here we go. We're over. Okay. Left on Maple. All the way down to the end. and left again. Yeah. There's a fair chunk of snow in here too. A lot of salt. This house on the left here used to be a friend of my dad's house. His name was Johnny Hat, and he served in World War II, and he was an anti-tank guy stationed in the Netherlands for the duration of most of the war. He went to school with my dad. I don't think he's living, and he actually married a Dutch girl. So there's a little history for you. All right. I guess we better not get too frisky. Here we go. We can go now. There. And I got work to do as soon as I get home, but I don't want to do it. But I might go and do the bird feeders. Most of the bird feed that the birds get, they don't eat it on the spot. They take it away and they hide it so that they can eat it later. And somebody did a course or a study actually on I think it was the blue jays, and they found out that a blue jay could remember something like 1,000 places that it hid its food in the forest. A lot of times they'll hide it in the bark, the cracks of the bark, and how they can remember to get it is beyond me. Oh, excusez-moi. There we go. There we go. Okay, let's go. Yeah. Nuggets, that's what it was. And now it's gone. Okay, I'm going to turn you off, then I got to go do this next. Okay, we're done. Just got to go to Tim's and get myself a coffee. Wow. And a donut. Alright. Okay, what we got cooking here? Don't want to run into anybody. Alright. Here I'm toast. That woman was moving pretty fast. There. Would you imagine that? It's starting to freaking snow again. This is a sunny day they had. I don't know. Who's doing the weather these days? Not very accurate. This house here on the right's kind of neat. They've got a creek out front here. And it's pretty fancy. It's been well looked after over the years. I couldn't imagine being a senior here and this short little driveway. And you have to clean the sidewalk as well, I believe, here. That's not a pleasant thing to do. Now, if I was really smart, and I'm fairly smart, I'd check the list over, make sure I got everything, but I'm not gonna. See, that's the other side. There is no puppy food. And I was supposed to get some rye bread for the Montreal smoked meat I got. And the factory's got COVID, so it's closed down for now. Go figure. Coffee? Are you going for a coffee? Don't you have a signal lights? You dickhead. $3:00. So if I have I guess we'll get a large.
Okay, one moment. How can I get for you?
Yes, a large triple and 2 Boston cream, please.
Anything else?
No, dear.
$5.20.
Thank you. I was going to pay for the guy behind me, but I didn't.
We're shopping any hot chocolate today? What is she real? Can we eat hot chocolate with shopping? That's everything? Coming up over the one over here.
Oh, yeah. Well, that should be all right. Guess we don't need the disabled card anymore. There we go. Oh yeah. Not the most perfect thing. All right. There's a How much is left, did you see?
Pardon?
How much is left?
I can't tell that.
Okay. You too. Okay. How are we going to do this here? Oops, let's get the window up. The pneumonia hole. Let's drop the donuts off. Let's signal. Let's not be like that other jerk. Okay, here we go. We're off to the races here. Next. Green light. Now, let's go home another way. There we go. Another big apartment building going up. That's got to be expensive with the prices of lumber is. And that, I think that's there's a lot of price inflate. You know, like a lot of prices have really inflated. I think it's been a big manipulation here. To force a lot of prices up. And the way they cut trees down with those machines, you can't tell me that they're wasting money, or it costs a lot of money to do it that way, where they can get $8 for a 2x4. Seems there's something a little wrong here. You need I don't know, few hundred anyway, maybe 1,000 2x4s or 2x6s, whatever, to build a house. That's an awful lot of freaking wood. Actually, it would be 1,000. That'd be a pretty fancy house. Oh well. We'll just take our time and... Oh, thanks for spraying the window there. There we go. Turn that off. Turn the back one on though. Oh yes, fluid. I gotta put some fluid in when I get home too. And hand, I got to try to remember that. There, I guess you'll never see it, but straight ahead on the other side of those trees is a great big gravel pit. And they shouldn't have allowed that to happen within the city limits. And all these people down here aren't too happy because of all the dust that comes up from whatever they're doing in there to get the gravel. There used to be just plastered with signs down here. Oh, there's the RCMP. We're not speeding. Actually, we're going too slow. It's okay. Okay. I couldn't imagine one of those automatic cars driving on these kinds of roads. Yeah, makes you wonder. Oh, here's the Mexican barber's place. Now see that straight ahead? That looks like a place that you could get gravel from. Yeah, probably already did. Sure wouldn't want to live underneath that. It's a sizable hill. Well, there's people there. Wouldn't take much to loosen up a big chunk of that stuff. Lisa's that. Sometimes when I'm bored, I like to go to realtor.ca and look at houses and the prices of property across Canada. Who owns the richest, or who has one of the more expensive houses in different cities? We don't have too many up in the big fancy ones, but we do have a couple of $20 million and $40 million homes for sale. What are we at here? I think I'm going too fast. We're going to go this way again. Estes Bridge, this area is called. Jedediah, question for you. In Nova Scotia, would you guys be willing to go to daylight savings time permanently or get rid of it? You know, just drop it from the spring and the fall where we have to lose an hour and gain an hour? I don't think we really need it anymore. And according to our Premier, Mr. Blaine Higgs, I would like to know if you guys would be willing to do that and how to push for it, because our Premier won't do it unless the rest of you guys do it. I hope he gets voted out next election. I don't have much use for the guy. I'll tell you one thing I know probably for certain. Anybody that owns a house and has to pay tax, they're going to be paying a hell of a lot of money to pay for all of this COVID expenses. And old Justin Trudeau, he'll be coming after us as well. Seniors took it on the chin here. Oh, gotta watch out for this tractor here. Coffee is not bad this time. We're not supposed to be getting any snow here, by the way. It's supposed to be all sunshine. I did say that though, didn't I? There's a house there that's nice, a brick house. I don't imagine too many people can afford to build a brick house anymore. Yeah, you gotta watch out for those snowmobiles on the highway. This place looks like it drifts in pretty bad. Go, Forrest. Run, Forrest, run. Doesn't look like they got the same amount of snow out this side. See, they got a lot of marked snowmobile trails here. They do have an extensive snowmobile trail system here. You have to pay for a license for your machine to be able to go on these trails, and it's a hefty fine if you don't have that permit or whatever they call it. -5. It's a nice old farmhouse here. I'm looking forward to getting the old rototiller out. Getting the garden in. Geez, you can't even see that guy's woodpile under the snow. Man, oh man. To live out here, if they don't have a snow blower, they're going to have to hire somebody to clean their driveways for them. There's a guy that's got his own plow. Yeah, we're starting to get a little more snow out here, aren't we? And a lot of times you'll get deer and moose out on the roads licking on the pavement for getting salt. I like looking around in the wintertime going slow too. And you can see farther into the bush because there's no leaves on the trees. Right there is a shortcut to get over towards Dorn Bridge. Looks like they didn't bother to plow it. That's a rough road to go on, but it saves you going all the way to the city and back. Oh, there's a snow here. Okay. No idea where that little van went. He's long gone now. There we go. Looks like it drifts here. That's about 12 feet up. That's a good up to 8 feet. Ooh. Here comes a logging truck. Give him the old wave. All these trees that are missing on the right-hand side doesn't really help the drifting of the snow right here. You can see it drifting here. And we are 760 feet above sea level right here. So this is just about as high as Sheepy Hollow is. Whoops, there's a bit of a frost heave. Burt. Yeah. $731 feet. Boy, I'm toasty warm now. I had a smoked pork chop last night. Boy, that was sure good. Oh, bang. And here we go, the corner down to Burtts Corner. $777 feet. There, that's the end of that coffee. Whoa. That's Keswick Ridge way over there. And we're at 800 feet right here, so this is the same height as home. Ooh. That's the Keswick Valley down yonder. Nice. It looks like this coming fall, I believe, it will be the first time they've had a turkey hunting in the province as well. turkeys have been coming north. I guess with as things go with the global warming, but you wouldn't know that this is global warming out here. With these minus temperatures and all this snow, but I guess so. And the next turn to the right is the Dorn Ridge Road. And this is as far Google Map went. They didn't bother going up our road. Blink, blink, blink. And here we go. You can see the salt here as well. No hurry. 20 to 4. Oh, Jesus. Excuse me. I gotta watch for that guy. That's a bad one. Boobs almost slapped me in the face. There we go. And I was going slow. Yeah. Almost looks like this guy's been cleaning up his yard. Have to wait till spring. Because you can't hide stuff under the snow then. Oh, what do we got going on here? That's the birds. There we go. Ah. $195 feet. And we got to go to 800 now. And this, this is gonna, camera's gonna die soon. It's a good thing I only bring 2 cameras. I wouldn't want to see you guys have to go through 3 cameras. A 3-hour movie. But I guess it's all entertainment one way or another. Ooh-wee. There we go. I feel sorry for that puppy. When puppy comes home, he has to go to the vet first so we can get him wormed and his initial shots and a checkout. So he'll be in rough shape for a day or two. Then he's got 2 humongous dogs to deal with. And he'll probably only weigh about 10 pounds. And his brothers will be around 110 to 120 pounds each. So we'll just have to see how that goes. Hopefully the little guy can hang on long enough to get big enough so that he can kind of sort of fend for himself a bit. Oh well, I haven't got him yet, but it's going to be interesting. Means I have to live till at least 80. Which is 12 more years. And I'm on, what's the date today? The 5th. Alrighty, here we are. Now we're on the old chip seal. Road's breaking up. I'm sure looking forward to getting down to the beavers. Getting that cleaned up. What a mess down here. We got a vehicle coming up behind me here. Ooh, this must have drifted in pretty good. If I think about it, I've got a picture of my son in his pickup truck, and the snow's going over the top of it from up here somewhere. Doctor's appointment tomorrow. Can hardly wait for that. We can find out about maybe my CAT scan and my last blood work. considering how sick I was, I'm doing pretty good. Could be better though. Meredith. He's our cattle rancher. Ooh, looks like it drifted in here pretty good too. They look like they have problems with drifting snow. Bang! There goes the dog food. That's a pretty good deal for me today. I think she made a mistake. We had $25 off. Dog food $75. So that would have been 50. And the dog bed was 20 bucks. So that's 70, and I only paid 66 bucks for... Oh, I paid more than that. My wife will figure it out. And would have been down there for a while. That was the road to Dorn Ridge on the right back there. Yeah, here we go. Whoops. Did we get mail? No, sir. Let me go back up. Oh, I can't even see. Oh no. There we go. We're not going to park in the usual spot. we're not going to go back any farther than that. No dogs in the windows yet. Anyway, thank you very much for coming along for this exciting ride to the city. The city of stately elms. And all the elms are sick. Okay. See you folks later. We'll see what we have in store for tomorrow. Bye-bye.